visits here to the United States. A pleasure to have you on the show.
It's a great pleasure to be here with you, Dave. Thank you for inviting me.
When you competed, there was not the same emphasis on bodybuilding by the public. It was not thought of as highly as it is today. Today, it's one of the most popular modes of exercise. What do you think accounts for this change?
I think predominantly by virtue of the fact that people like Joe Weider, with great foresight of marketing ability for magazines, came on the scene. And this was complemented by the appearance of someone like Steve Reeves, who was an ideal subject in which to base the ideal bodybuilder on. Good-looking, great physique, lots of mass appeal to the general public. And then the fact that the likes of Reeves and myself and others went into films and did Hercules films, promoted bodybuilding, publicized and popularized bodybuilding. And then I think this culminated with the appearance of Arnold.
I read somewhere that Arnold Schwarzenegger held you up as his idol, that he traveled to South Africa to train with you, to be with you. How does it make you feel as a top-level athlete when you can impress people, not just Arnold, but the masses in general, to go on and do better things?
I'm delighted. I'm also very happy. If I can motivate people to improve themselves in any form throughout their whole makeup, physically, ambition-wise, as in Arnold's case, then I'm delighted that I have this effect on people.
You didn't have the beautiful equipment, the high-tech things that the athletes have today to train. What was the first gym that you trained in like? What kind of equipment?
I trained in my back garden through the winter, wearing 3 sweatsuits and 2 pairs of socks and a pair of army boots. We would have the weights on the back grass, the back lawn, and we'd have a tarpaulin over the weights, which we'd throw to one side to take the snow and the rain off, and then we'd continue and start working out.
You finished your competitive career just as steroids were beginning to be involved in the sport of bodybuilding. If your competitive career had gone on longer, or if steroids had come on the scene sooner, would you have taken them?
I would never have used them, but nevertheless, I would have still been the best in the world.
What about the steroid scene as it is today? What are your feelings on that?
I think it's very sad because it's got out of hand totally. It's not only a question of athletes, and I use the word in its broadest context, athletes, bodybuilders, track athletes using it, but now I understand that school kids are taking it who are not longer, no way involved in any form of sport, and what's showing predominantly is the form of aggression which comes across with steroid use. And I think this is very sad and very tragic, and I'm delighted that here in America that the powers that be have in fact put steroids on the same level as cocaine and heroin, and I think this is great. The sooner they do away with it and get rid of it, the better.
At the height of your bodybuilding career, there was a strong movement, especially in Europe, to use bodybuilders in mythical films, the Hercules, the Samson, so on and so forth. What was your experience like in the film industry?
It was rewarding financially. I was involved in a whole series of mythological films, and the characters they have in Italy, they reflect on our Hercules. They also have Sansoni, which is Samson, and Machista. So through the process of the films, I guess I played every one of these, although it was like playing the same character each and every time. Most
of your life you've been involved in the fitness industry, and now you and your son John are planning a new line of gyms. Tell me about that a little bit.
And the concept is very simple. We're going to have private one-on-one training, one client, one instructor. We don't want people to walk into the gym and have no supervision, do the wrong exercises, strain themselves, have accidents, and go away totally disenchanted with training and with bodybuilding, and badmouth the gym, as they always do when they have accidents and injuries. We want to make sure that those things are eliminated. We want to make sure that they get results. And that's not just physical. That's also in the well-being, the spiritual and mental well-being, the discipline that bodybuilding has to offer, that you can channel in other facets and other angles of your life. That's what we want to give the public.
You've been training now for 40-plus years. You have the physique of a man half your age. What's the secret?
In AD 47, a man called Junarel wrote, "Mens sanus in corpus sana," a healthy mind in a healthy body. That was 2,000 years ago. For me, Dave, that's just as true today.
Reg Park, a true legend of bodybuilding.